Guy is Erik Johnson, Stanley Cup champion, joining us now. EJ, are you a TSA pre-check guy?
Good morning. Yeah, I am, and clear. So I like to cut it close when I get to the airport.
See?
Appreciate that. What's this been like this offseason for you, man? When did you stop the drinking? When did that end?
Well, you never really stop, right? You just do it in moderation. No, but I mean, we went pretty hard for 2 weeks, and then took 3 weeks off and just kind of recharged the batteries from all that in the season, and by that time it's the end of July and training camps in less than 8 weeks, right? So we kind of had to get right back on it and get after it. So we had our fun for a couple weeks, and you can still enjoy yourself on the weekends and stuff like that, and have some fun. But we want to do it all over again. So we had our fun for a few hard weeks after we won, and then got right kind of back into the swing of things.
I know you got to focus on the upcoming season, but in retrospect, EJ, from the time you're a little kid, you want to win it, and when guys are able to achieve that, it must be unreal. Is it everything you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, Moser, I think you always think, what are you going to do when you get the cup? What is it going to be like when you win? I mean, I always believed I would win. We would win, as a team, and I always believed that it would happen. So you never really know what it's going to feel like, but I think all of us kind of agreed as guys, as we've talked the last few days, as everyone's gotten back into town here, getting ready for this year, that the best part after we won the cup was right back in the locker room after all the celebrations on the ice ended. It was just the players and a handful of the staff, and those were the best couple hours right there. Just those intimate moments, just the guys and the cup and music and beer and champagne and all that, and just that was the best part for us, and the parade, of course. But it's really the journey and the process is much harder than you'd ever think. You can think your whole life, I want to win it, but until you go through it and actually have to do it, it's so much harder than you ever realize. So that's why I have so much more respect. I had respect, but I have more respect now for Tampa for, they got back there 3 years in a row, won it twice. I mean, that's so hard to do. Just the mental ups and downs, the physical ups and downs. And, but to answer your question, Mose, I mean, for sure, it's, it tops anything I've ever done in my life, probably anything I'll ever do. And the only thing you can top it is doing it again.
By the way, EJ, the locker room setting was not intimate. Our own Jesse Trujillo was in there wearing goggles, taking pictures.
Yeah, Jesse was in there with goggles. So other than that,
we saw it all. Yeah, so there was nothing hidden. Hey, EJ, got to ask you though, because you had fun with the cup. You took it a few places. Of all the stories you've heard so far from your teammates, what's the craziest cup story? Who had the most fun with it?
Yeah, Vic. I mean, gosh, it's hard to know just because. Right when it ends, everyone's like, oh, everyone's going to go to everyone's cup party, and then you realize you'd be on the road the entire summer if everyone went to everyone's cup party. And so it's hard to know exactly what went on at each, but you can go process elimination with some, right? Some guys have kids. That'll be probably boring. That won't be as wild. So, I mean, I bet you some of the European ones got kind of wild, I would guess, but maybe Bo's. I mean, I was talking to Bo Byram yesterday, and he said the entire town of Cranbrook showed up in his backyard in British Columbia. So
that's awesome.
Who the heck knows who showed up to his party then?
EJ, at the parade,
small little town.
At the parade, I thought Bo was going to take a header off the stage when he
Dude,
first walked out.
He couldn't stand upright.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us weren't doing too good by that point, but
hey, can I ask you?
His equilibrium must have been thrown off.
Yeah. Can I ask you something? Because you said this right after, so as everybody's celebrating, we're all freaking out back at home watching on TV, and you guys are doing interviews on the ice. You said something right after you guys won. I think you were talking to Kiefer. and you said you contemplated retirement before the year started. Take me through the process. Oh, that was Moj. You said that to Moj. Take me through the process of you being in that mind space to a year later hoisting the cup.
Yeah, I only give my good scoops to Moser, so
There you
it's
go.
for sure him.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's well documented. I had some concussion problems last year and really wasn't feeling a lot better quick enough to get back to playing, I didn't think. And, towards the end of the playoff run in 2021 for the Avs, I was starting to skate, started to feel a little bit better, but wasn't myself. And then the season ended, and I was kind of in limbo, wasn't sure what I was going to do. Am I going to retire at 33? And I was like, shit, that doesn't sound too good. And then kept at it, started feeling better. And then Joe called me towards the end of July and said, if you're feeling good enough, I'd love to have you back. We're gonna need you this year. And thankfully he did. I mean, as happy as I would be for all the guys that I played with and the fans in the city for the Avs to win, it would have been really tough not to be a part of it after all the years and all the time and heart I put into the team. So thankfully it all worked out, and I came back and stayed healthy all year and got to achieve the ultimate goal that I've always dreamed of. So things happen for a reason. Thankfully it worked out in our favor, in my favor, team's favor. It all worked out, and here we are, and what a ride it was.
Is the hit that hurt the most, was it McKinnon tackling you after you guys won? Was that the hit that hurt the worst?
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know who tackled who, but he cut his hand up trying to save my head from hitting the ice. So I think I owe him a beer or something because we fell pretty hard.
Hey, EJ, you had a horse of a season though. I mean, it was the block shots, the sacrifice, everything that came about. You know what I mean? With the hits, instrumental in winning this thing. And now here you look at it. Now, every guy in that room knows what the task at hand is, and like you said, how hard it is to defend because it's so damn hard to get there. Even great teams sometimes never get there for a variety of reasons. So as you get ready to get back to camp here in a week and a half and get ready to really get after it to start the year, what's going through everybody's head and what's the mentality going in? I know for a lot of you guys, it's probably no satisfaction now. You want to defend.
EJ, you still there?
Here?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Got me?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Yeah, we got you.
Sorry. Yeah, I got getting back to camp. Is that the end of it?
Yeah. Get back to camp
camp
and defending. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for your question, I played with a ton of really good players. So hard to do. You just have to have.
Marty, give him a call back here. See if we can get him back on a better line.
Or just put him on hold. He'll get out of a bad cell area.
Yeah.
People are hogging the cell right now.
Yep. Again, Erik Johnson joining us here, Stanley Cup champion EJ. All right, let's try this again. EJ, come back with us. Go ahead, buddy. Answer that question.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I played with a ton of guys, really, really good players, Hall of Fame players that never won the Cup, and it's just so hard to do. Your timing has to be so good. The team has to be healthy. So many things have to go right, and thankfully for us, for the most part, we stayed injury-free throughout the playoffs. We had some hiccups here and there, but everyone has to make sacrifices, right? And I think the definition of a true teammate for me is doing things that are best for the team that might not be the best for you individually. And we just kind of had that mindset all year. I think, what was going to be for the good of the team, accepted that role and was on board, and it all worked out, and it was, the best time of our lives. And going into camp here, I think everyone's hungry to do it again. I really do. I mean, I didn't know how I was going to feel coming back so quick. Like, are we going to be hungry? Are we going to be fresh? And honestly, I feel just as hungry as I've ever been to do it all over again. I think the mindset probably echoes throughout the locker room as well. So, I think there's another level and another desire for us to get to where we want to get to again. So that part's exciting, I think. And, you always have new guys come into the team that have never won before. So those guys are going to be hungry. So I think we have a chance to do it again. But, like I mentioned, a lot of things have to go right. The stars have to align, but I think our mindset's there and our will and our desires there. So camp's in a little bit less than a week. So I'm ready to go. I think all the guys are too, so we're pumped.
Yeah, that's the last one for me. You're headed to the rink. A lot of the guys are skating now. You're back there. Despite one of the shortest off seasons in hockey history, here you are ready to go. How do you inspire yourself to go? I mean, you only had a month and a half to chill, and now here you are again. You're working.
Yeah, it's what we love to do, right? We love being on the ice. I think we're creatures of habit. I think, even after the season ended, 10 days, 2 weeks start rolling around. It's like, God, I got to get back in the gym. I'm getting a little fat, or I'm getting bored, or, I just think we're creatures of habit. All the guys kind of felt that way. So, I just think it's kind of ingrained in us to do this. And I think once that fire burns out, that desire burns out, then, why bother even coming back and playing? So thankfully I'm still feeling that burning desire to win and play and have fun. And gonna be 35 in March, which is crazy to think, but still have that passion to be here. It's before 8 and we're all, I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting to get in there and get on the ice, and we have, half a dozen guys in there already. So we're excited to get back at it. We just love it. It's so much fun, and this will be a fun year, raising the banner, getting the rings, trying to defend our title. We're going to get everyone's best game all season long. We know that, being the defending champion. So we're excited. It's going to be a fun year, and we want to do it again. We really do. I think that echoes throughout the organization.
EJ, 1 minute here. I just want to go rapid fire, okay? So let's start here.
Yep.
Who are you most worried about when they're holding the cup, that they would break it?
Probably the guy that dropped it. Kubel.
Yeah, Obi Kubel. Yeah, he dropped it. Yep.
Most intense Bednar was during the cup run. When was the moment that he really got after it?
He was really pretty even keel the whole way. He really does a really good job at that. But after we lost Game 5 at home, we kind of blew that game against St. Louis in the second round. I wouldn't say he was intense, but it was almost like he could sense we were a little bit down, and he had a good pick-me-up meeting, and he really stayed even keel the whole way.
What did you guys think every time you scored a goal, Tampa tried to challenge it?
It was honestly absurd. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Every time it was like, what, like, this is not real. Like, how is this happening? I was just like kind of floored. This just didn't make any sense. Like, it's a completely legal goal, and they're barking at the officials. At some point, I just was like, give it a rest. But that's kind of the game within the game. Those are those tactics that other teams can use to try and get you off your game. And it was annoying, that's for sure.
You can't choose when the horn sounded and you guys won. Your favorite moment outside of that?
In the locker room, right after we won, the parade. The parade was unbelievable. Except when we ran out of beer, we were motioning for the crowd to throw more, and then there was like 15 cans flying at us, like detached grenades. And there was a couple. I reached over McKinnon's head, and he would have been split wide open. I made an unbelievable catch.
And then one last question. We'll let you go. Appreciate the time. Kyle Keefe wanted to jump on and ask you something.
How much importance was defensively for you here tonight?
How important was the defense during the playoffs, or what he said?
That's a question he asked Darcy after one of the games, and he totally botched the question. Darcy answered it. We've been playing it to everybody. Yeah, every Avs player that comes on, we have to play it. EJ, congratulations, buddy, again. Stanley Cup champion. We're all happy for you and ready to get this next season going. Thanks for the time.
You're the best, DJ. Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it, guys.
Take care, buddy. You bet. Thanks.
Ask Moser about his mechanical bull exploits at my cup party.
I heard about it.
Got it.
I heard about it. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Erik Johnson.
So he had a mechanical bull at his party?
Yeah, it was